welcome back to the very hot Left 4 Dead garage. This wall keeps getting worse and worse over here. Looks like about 112 now. Is that right? Am I reading that right? I don't know, I can't read. It's hot. That wall's terrible. So, what I've got is I just completed the front CPP big brake swap kit, whatever. And I'm going to stay on the front half, and I'm going to jump on doing these Ridetech chassis frame bracing stiffener whatevers. The only reason I'm doing this is because when I was putting this thing back together with the CPP arms and all, and I put a Borgson quick ratio box, I was cycling the pump and the box and all, and I could see the frame flex. I know that's a big problem on the K trucks, because I broke a box off before and they need all the help they can get. I never noticed it, but this thing doesn't have fender wells, so I guess maybe that's why. I never realized how much the two-wheel drive flexed. So this is supposed to help. These are pretty beefy. I'm also going to, not in this video, but later on, I'm going to add a bar to tie these together. And pretty hefty unit. They are not cheap, unfortunately. I almost bought an ORD, Off-Road Design steering box brace, but I found these, and it looks like these kind of tie together both sides. So that's what I'm going with. You got to drill a few holes. It doesn't come with instructions. You'll have to get those from the website. It does come with a bag of grade 8 hardware. So I'm gonna get this thing in the air and we'll kind of see where they go. I think I got to pull a few bolts out, and then, like I said, we got to drill a few holes. So let's get it in the air and see what we can get done today. I got to get out of here. All right, so these things, I just got them sitting in there. You can see, got a couple holes we have to drill over here, and same way with over here, several holes, and then you also have to drill into here. Supposedly, you can dislocate your elbow and somehow or another get up in there to put a nut on that. I don't really know how because, well, I mean, we're gonna have to find a small child or somebody to reach in there and do this. That looks entirely fun. We'll worry about that when I get there, I suppose. I'll figure it out one way or another, but that's what it says. You got to reach up through there. If I didn't have the sway bar, I may have to take the sway bar loose and kick it up. That way I can get my arm in there, or maybe come from the back side. I don't know. Either way, we'll figure it out. So I'm gonna take these bolts loose that I don't need. It ties the bumper and the box, and then you have to drill the frame, and then over here it just ties into the bumper mount. I'm hoping, since my bumper's like wildly goofy, and my brackets are bent up, as you can see, I've got it shimmed here. This was a task to get this bumper straight as it is. I'm hoping it doesn't go goofy when I take this loose. So let's take some bolts loose and see if we can add some parts back to this thing. All right, so I got it set in here. I'm assuming, I don't know what that spells, that this hardware is new hardware for the box, because it's just a smidge longer than the factory bolts. I'm going to put those in. Just going to snug them up for the time being. My bumper bracket is supposed to be a 9/16. It's supposed to be a bigger bolt than what I'm using. I think that's 5/16. These might be 3/8. So since my bumper bracket is kind of goobered up, I can't get a 7/16 bolt through there anymore. I mean, I guess I could if I took a die grinder to it and opened it up, but my bumper is all out of whack. I think my brace is stretched. so I need to do something about that. I got 2 holes up here to drill, and then like I said, I got these to drill. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna snug these 2 up. If I can get in there. I don't think I can. Alright, I believe I can do it now. Alright, so just gonna snug that up. I'm gonna open the hole up on this bumper bracket so it's right. Then I gotta drill 7/16 hole up here. There's actually 2. There's a slotted one, but I think I'm just gonna drill that one. And I've got to fix this. So I'm gonna jump over here on this side over here. Put some light over here. I'm gonna pull. Same way with this side. My bumper bracket's kind of monkeyed up. Well, I might have created a problem. Oh, there we go. I do a little persuading on the bumper brackets, and that one is one I actually need. I believe I can make that one work. I can put a pry bar on it or something and try to pull it back. So this side, it looks like I got to drill several holes. It's not too far off. Stick a nut in the washer on that way I don't have a surprise headache. Matter of fact, I think I'm just going to snug that up. So this takes 5/8 socket and a wrench. I'm not going to try to go full ham on it right now. It looks like I need to back it off. Alright, I believe what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get this over with. This one's tight enough to where it kind of shows me where I need to drill, and then we can figure this one out too. Getting in there, like I said, is going to be the hard part because I got to go through here somehow. Like, this would have been a fantastic thing to do when I had the control arms off. You just reach right in there. So that's going to be fun. But we got to figure it out. So I'm going to drill some holes and see if we can't reach in there somehow.
Competition Products, your source for hardcore engine parts for street, strip, and oval track. Our free catalog is packed with hundreds of product lines from the best-known manufacturers in the performance industry. Lowest prices guaranteed. Free shipping and handling on all orders over $149 in the continental U.S. Need expert advice? Our knowledgeable staff is just a phone call away. Competition Products, race parts sold by racers since 1970.
All right, I got these braces on. Actually, I need to redo the end of this video because I completely left out some details. Chassis braces are on. These are not the easiest things to install, but they kind of look like they would be. They are not. You got to drill a bunch of holes. You better have some good drills, and you better have a right angle drill and a little bit of patience. But what you want to do is it says in the directions, you can use these two. These are steering box bolts. Use those as a guide to drill these 3. All right, it actually says 2, but it has this hole here. I went ahead and just did all of them. So 5 bolts, probably overkill because there's only 2 holding this one in. Then you go over here, and to be honest with you, I believe there's a couple holes that did, oh yeah, bumper bolt. So the bumper bolt lines up. It's this one and this one. So you have to drill these 2. I'm sorry, I lied. And I had to drill this one. This one's tough to get to. And so I had to drill 3 on this side. That's where I got the 3 from. There's a flat tire in the making right here. I need to knock that off. So those are fun to do, but once you do that, don't super snug it down just yet, because you have to do these. And this doesn't fit just right. I guess it's made that way it pulls a little tension on the chassis, like pulls it in some to, I don't know. Either way, let me get to the worst part. These guys, you have to drill through this cradle. You can use this as a peephole if you stick a flashlight in this side to do this side. But if you have your control arm and spring out, you can get in there much easier. But for me, I had to reach from the back side of the control arm up through here and into there. You can tape the nut to the wrench, it helps. Like I said, you can watch through here. You can get your hand in there. It is, if you got smaller arms than mine, which I don't have very big arms, you can get in there. Or unless you have a small child that would like to help you and get in there, but maybe not so safe. Either way, these aren't that great. Also, drilling these 2 top holes is tough because this is in the way. So, but they're in. I'll put a link to this in the description. I wish I'd have kept up with my hours on how long it took me to do it, but being that this one's mine, I don't really typically keep up with hours. So, but that's a wrap. I mean, the last couple weeks it's got Beltec sway bars front and rear, CPP upper and lowers, all new steering parts minus the center link, which wasn't bad, quick ratio Borgson box, and then CPP 13-inch brakes. Also have the CPP brakes for the rear, new master, hard lines, proportion valve, all that, but that's coming soon. Yeah, they even changed the wheels. So, but anyway, that'll do it for this one. Thanks for watching Left 4 Dead Garage. We'll see you on the next one.